Atlanta News First starts now.
We're so glad you're with us. And some Georgia teachers are going to court. There is a new lawsuit that's expected to be filed very soon, and it claims that teachers are not able to accurately teach American history.
Specifically when instruction turns to race and racism here in Georgia. Atlanta News First reporter Don Shipman, he's live in Midtown. And Don, you'll learn more about some of the specific issues that a lot of teachers have with this law. What are they?
Well, specifically, they say that the wording in that law is just too vague. They don't know what they can and can't say when discussing race and racism with their students in the classroom.
Very active and concerned about the law.
Craig Goodmark, an attorney for the Georgia Association of Educators, says that teachers are working in fear of losing their jobs over the state's new divisive concepts law.
The law as it's written is very difficult to understand. Educators across the state have been explaining that they don't know what is prohibited, what is allowed.
First, we're going to sign HB 1178.
The Divisive Concepts Bill, signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp back in late April, bans what the law calls divisive concepts from being taught in Georgia schools, including any lessons that Georgia or the United States are racist. Supporters of the law say that it gives parents more control over their child's education. Critics say that it whitewashes our nation's history. Now, a lawsuit, set to be formally filed in the coming weeks, alleges that the Georgia law violates the First and 14th Amendments of students, claiming that it's attempting to censor classroom discussions.
It is bad for public education in Georgia. It's bad for teachers, and ultimately it's going to be bad for those students.
In a statement to Atlanta News First, a spokesperson for Brian Kemp's office says that his office is aware of this notice of intent and is reviewing it. Georgia is not alone. 17 other states in recent years have enacted similar restrictions, with a handful also being met with litigation from teachers' unions and civil rights groups.
The ability to follow those precedent is somewhat limited because all the state laws were written differently. And our Georgia law is different than the Florida law or the Oklahoma law. But certainly we'll be using those cases as some guidance, but this case will stand on its own.
And so far, only one lawsuit, the one in Arizona, was successful in striking down that state law. Live in Midtown, Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
Don.